Houston, we have a problem. I had to drink water. I had to drink water because this story time about to be long, y'all. Like, all jokes aside, this story time is about to be long. So I had to go ahead and open up my airways, open up my vocal cords, because this story time is about to be long. So if you guys are not new to the channel, you guys already know whatever I tell you guys. Go ahead and grab your popcorn, grab your blunts, grab whatever you need to grab to get you through this story time, honey. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for watching my videos. Go ahead and check out the rest of the videos, and if you like what you see, subscribe. Now let's get straight into it, because like I said, this story time is going to be long, so we don't have time to ramble. So boom. Okay. This story time just happened, and the reason why I'm in the front of the camera telling this story time right now is because this boy has me messed up. So we're gonna give this boy a name. We're gonna call him Perry the Platypus, because he looks like a platypus. And if you are watching, hey, how you doing, Perry? We're just gonna call him Perry, but just know that it's short for Perry the Platypus, but we're gonna call him Perry. I'm on Snapchat one day. I'm chilling. Mind y'all, this just happened. This just happened, so keep that in mind. I'm chilling, you know, I'm just doing my own thing. And, you know, there's guys who hit me up on socials, you know, every once in a while. So Perry hits me up, and I think he slid up on one of my stories. I don't know if he was calling me attractive or what, but, you know, I said thank you. And then he asked me if he could take me out sometime. And I was like, yeah, sure. Now, if you guys are on Snapchat, then you guys know. And I know y'all about to be like, girl, Snapchat, that was the first red flag. I know y'all. I ain't gonna lie. There's some guys that I have met on Snapchat that they were cool. We didn't work out, but they were cool. I feel like a weirdo's a weirdo. It don't matter where you meet them. If you guys look on Snapchat, you guys know that if you click on somebody's profile, people do have the opportunity to post their profile picture on Snapchat or to not do it. Now, Perry had his profile picture posted on Snapchat. Now, when I seen Perry was not my type. The best description that I could give to Perry is that he's one of those people who they are like, they carry a lot of weight in their face, like me. Like, y'all see how, like, you know, I have a very full face. Like, I have a very full face, but you guys see my body and you guys know, like, I'm a big girl, you know what I mean? Or I'm a thick to a big girl, right? If you look at Perry, he's not like that. Like, if you look at Perry from like shoulders up, you would think that he's a big boy, but when you look at his full body, he's a smaller guy. So he carries a lot of weight in his face, and he got a big ass gigantic head, right? And he just was not my type. He had like a full beard, and nothing is wrong with a full beard, because there's some guys that I have talked to in the past that had a full beard, but they were like my type. The beard was the only thing that was not lacking. Extra pink blush lips. I'm not really a fan of that, but his lips were very pink. His eyes are very, very small. I like guys with like big eyes, like not huge eyes, but I like guys with pretty big eyes, like how my eyes are big. His were like very, very slanted, very small. So he just wasn't my type. Now, I am going to add this. Perry, he not ugly, but he not all that. You know what I mean? Like, he not the, let me just say this. Perry not the ugliest of the bunch, but I did not really care. Like, I didn't think he was my type, but I'm like, all right, let's see where this could go. Y'all have been telling me for ages that maybe I need to stop dating my type because this is and that and da da da. And I'm not taking y'all's advice no more, because if a nigga not my type piss me off, I'ma call him ugly. I'ma call him ugly. So I'ma just stick to my type, because at this rate, I need to make sure that if a nigga is pissing me off, I can at the very least look at his face and be like, this is my type. Even though I'm mad at him, this is my type. But when a guy that is pissing me off that is not my type, I'm gonna be like, man, this nigga ugly, you know? And that's how I feel right now. So let's get into it. I'm all over the place, y'all. I'm sorry. This nigga got me heated because I don't like when people play with my intelligence. On the phone, he asked me, hey, can we get on the phone with each other? We end up getting on the phone. We don't FaceTime. We get on the actual phone call. And, you know, he's very shy. I could tell he's very, very shy. He's like, you know, talking to me, but like I could tell he's not really trying to have conversation for real. And I don't really like being around guys who are really, really, really shy, because it starts to make me uncomfortable when I'm around a guy who's extremely shy, because I do get shy at times, but I'm not overall, I'm not really a shy girl. It takes a lot for a guy to make me shy. In the midst of our conversation, he ends up asking me, do I know how he looks? Because y'all gotta remember, he messaged me from Snapchat and I never asked him for a picture because I seen his profile picture. And, you know, I was just like, okay, like, you know, he's not my type, but, you know, he, you know, whatever. Like, you know, you know, whatever. Like, it's some girls who have talked to guys that weren't their type and they're happily married and they have kids and everything. Like, it's not always my type, my type, my type. I'm like, yeah, I've seen how you look. Why are you asking? Tell me why this boy says, oh, like, and you want to talk to me? I'm like, well, I want to see, you know, I want to see, like, if we vibe and stuff like that. And then, you know, we can talk or whatnot. And so he's like, okay, am I your type? And I told him straight up, y'all know me, I'm very honest and I'm very blunt. I told Perry, I said, no, Perry, like, you're not my type. And he's like, okay, so what about me is not like your type? And I told him, like, how I'm telling y'all everything. So I was just letting him know that, like, yeah, like, you are not specifically my type because of X, Y, and Z. And he's just like, wow, like, that's crazy. So you mean to tell me that you're not gonna talk to me because I don't have this, because my lips are pink and they're not bigger than yours? Because I like my guys' lips very, very big. I like my guys' lips like big, like mine, if not bigger, you know what I mean? But you know, like, I'm not strict, because if I was strict, he wouldn't have even gotten a conversation out of me. You get what I mean? This is my type, but I'm letting him know that I could go out of the means. It's not that deep, you know, because it's just not that deep. We're having a conversation about that, and through the conversation, I could just tell that this boy is very insecure. I don't know. It's like, that's the first thing that I caught from him. I'm like, this boy's insecure, but I'm like, I think this boy knows he's not that attractive. I know he doesn't think he's ugly, but I think this boy knows that he's not that attractive. And, you know, so maybe he's a little insecure with the fact that I said that he's not my type. You know what I mean? So we end up setting up, I don't know, we didn't set up a date, but he told me that his friends is going to the club and he asked if I could come. And it was on a Sunday. Y'all, I don't even go out on Sundays. Like, I'm not the type of person that be outside on Sundays. So I did not want to go out on a Sunday, but I was just like, let me go see him. Like, let me just see what's going on. You know what I mean? I was a little skeptical about him. And it wasn't even because of the fact that he wasn't my type. I was a little skeptical about him because I didn't really care for our first conversation. And ladies, let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to go with your intuition. If you feel like something not clicking, don't let it click. Don't continue. Don't continue, because I kid you not, y'all, right hand on the Bible, after the first conversation I had with him, I wasn't really too fond of him. He didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't offend me from the first conversation. I just was not really, like, I didn't see a connection. I didn't see, like, he already was just not my type. And then when I got on the phone with him, like his shyness and the way he was acting so insecure just really made me not really see a connection. But I was like, you know, let me not judge. Like, let me not judge a book by his cover. Maybe he's a good guy. Like, let me go out and see him. So he asked me, he's like, hey, could you come out to see me, this and that, right? So I'm like, all right, bet. Can I bring a friend? He was literally skeptical about me bringing a friend. He's like, why do you need to bring a friend? I'm not going to the club without a friend. I'm just not going to the lounge or nothing without a friend. First of all, he has a whole bunch of his friends at the lounge. Like, it's not just me and him. This is not like just like a hookah spot. It's just me and him in one section or at the booth or at the table. This is a big section full of a whole bunch of his guy friends. I'm not gonna be the only one in the section while he's there with a whole bunch of his guy friends and I'm just by myself. I'm going to bring a friend. So he's like, yeah, you can bring a friend, you can bring a friend. So my friend ends up coming. The night was cool, like, and I want to skip over the boring parts. So let's just say the night was cool. He was a gentleman. He accommodated me and my friend. He made sure we were good. He was a gentleman or whatnot. Yeah, like, it was cool vibes. We danced. It was cool. It was cool vibes, right? So let's fast forward. As the days go on, he's like, okay, I want us to go on like an actual date. I feel like we didn't really get to like go on like an actual date, this and that, like, you know. And I'm like, all right, cool, like, where do you want to go? So he says that he's craving seafood, so we went out to go get some seafood. You guys already know how I am with guys that I talk to or guys that try to talk to me. I don't tell them initially that I have a YouTube channel. Like, I don't just blatantly say, oh, I have a YouTube, by the way. Like, I kind of wait a little bit because y'all already know. If you guys watch my channel, y'all know how I feel about that. So he didn't know I had a YouTube channel. You know, like I said, he met me on Snapchat. And yeah, so we end up going to get seafood, and the seafood, there wasn't really much that happened when I got seafood with him. It was just, and I'm sorry if I'm looking down, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes. It wasn't really much that was happening when me and him went to go get seafood. It was just calm. It was calm. We talked in the car for like hours or whatnot about like different things and stuff like that. But this is one thing that I noticed that kind of like pissed me off. So the first thing he did, and like I said, like I told you guys from the beginning, y'all, this boy is insecure. Like, he's very insecure, and it's like he's one of those people that are insecure, and like they try to humble other people that they know are better than them, better looking than them, or have better attributes than them. He's one of them. Like, he's the type of person to come into your life and like try to humble you because he doesn't feel comfortable within himself. And that's what I begin to pick up on. And the thing is, people do stuff around me and they think because I don't really say anything about what they're doing, maybe I might argue with them about it, but they think because I don't tell them what I want to tell them that I'm not peeping them. But if you guys watch my channel, you guys know that I'm very observant and I'm very good at picking up on people's behavior like real fast, you know. So I peeped that he was an insecure guy. Let me tell y'all why. In the beginning, before I went to the club with my friend, he told me, oh, if you ever want to go out to the club, let me know. I'll take you and your friend out. Like, if y'all ever want to go out to the club for the night, y'all let me know. I got y'all. After the club, he starts saying, oh, I'm not sure. I don't know if I will be comfortable with taking you out because when we went to the club the other day, there were guys that was looking at you and stuff like that. And I was like, who was looking at me? Like, y'all, like, I'm not even peeping that anybody was really looking at me. He's like, oh, one of my guy friends was like staring at you, and he got caught staring at you, and he looked at me and was like, oh, like, my bad, bro. Like, the boy didn't say my bad, but the boy basically gave him a face of like he got caught, basically. And so I was like, which guy? So he's explaining to me which guy in the section was doing that. Mind y'all, I saw the guy looking in my direction, but I didn't know whether he was looking at me or my friend because me and my friend were sitting right next to each other. But I wasn't really paying much attention to his friend. And in all honesty, the boy that he said was looking at me was talking to another girl. Like, him and another girl were right next to each other. So it's like, even if the guy is looking at me, it shouldn't matter to you because number one, he's already has a girl that he's talking to, and number two, you're with me. You invited me out. So you should not care about any guy looking at me because at the end of the day, you know that I'm an individual person within myself, and you know that I'm pretty. Just like how you try to talk to me, you should know that other guys will find me attractive. Like, there's nothing wrong with guys looking at me to the point where you're telling me that you don't know that if you can invite me out to the club because you don't want guys looking at me. So we started talking about that, and I'm like, what are you talking about? So he starts talking about, no, because I'm like, I told him straight up, I'm like, you're not making sense. What you're saying is not making sense. He's like, no, you're not getting it. You're not getting what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, I ever go out to the club with my girl, the guy is staring at my girl and she's staring back at him, I'ma just leave because at this point, it's certain faces that people give to each other to let each other know that they want each other, and I don't have time for that embarrassment. I'm just looking at him like, but that scenario never happened. That scenario never happened. That scenario never happened. On top of that, sorry y'all, on top of that, if I didn't go look back at the guy, why do you care about the fact that the guy looked at me? I don't know, like, it just wasn't making sense. So he's going on and on about that I'm just letting him. Then okay, so we're in the car, right? And we got into a big argument in the car. So he says, hey, can I be honest with you? And I'm like, yeah, like, what's up? He's like, I don't know if this is gonna hurt your feelings. I'm like, spill it. Y'all, this boy is literally talking in circles. I'm confused. I'm like, what is he trying to say? This boy's like, I don't know, when I had first got on your Instagram, mind y'all, this boy has seen me in person already and said that I was pretty. Like, when he first saw me, he was like, you're so beautiful. And I'm like, thank you. So he's like, I don't know. Y'all, this boy starts going on my Instagram, and he's literally on my Instagram, like, just looking and stuff, and just like going through my profile and stuff, and just looking at different things, and he's like, I don't know, like he's clicking through, and I'm gonna put like a screen recording here to show y'all what he's doing. And he's like, I just don't know, like and then he clicks on my profile and he's like, oh, like I just don't know, like he's like, when I was looking at you, like it, like I don't know, I'm looking at your lips and I can't tell, like, are you trying to smile or are you trying to mug? And I'm just looking at him like, I'm mugging, I'm not smiling. You don't see 32, do you? Like, bitch, I thought we learned this in school, what teeth were. You don't see 32, do you? Why are you asking me, am I smiling or am I mugging when you don't see 32? So I'm like, I'm mugging. He's like, I don't know, like, it's just, I don't know. Like, he said, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but, you know, I just, like, I've seen this post on your page with you doing this constant face in all your pictures, and I've been talking to you and I haven't seen you do that face. So I'm looking at him because I'm thinking to myself, like, are you trying to call me a catfish? Is that what you're trying to call me? Call me a catfish because of a pose? I haven't seen that, me make that face, because nigga, I'm not posing for no camera. Y'all, tell me why this ugly ass boy pulls out his camera and puts the camera in front of my face and is like, can you please do that pose? Because I don't know, like, I haven't seen you do that pose, so can you please do that pose? I'm looking at him like, I'm not doing that pose. I'm like, I'm not doing that pose. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no, I'm not doing that pose. And he's like, I don't. So me and him started arguing in the car, y'all, after the seafood. We start going back and forth in the car because I'm like, you're trying to play me. And he's like, I'm not trying to play you. I'm just confused because I haven't seen you do that pose. Like, what are we talking about? Like, how old are you? Waiting. Mind you, this boy is my age, y'all. What are we talking about? Like, what are we really talking about? What am I hearing in my ear in my car? Because mind you, I'm in my car. What am I hearing? I'm like, bro, like this nigga can't be real. Like, this nigga can't be real right now, what I'm hearing. You trying to call me a catfish because I'm not doing the pose that I do in my pictures? Nigga, you want me to do it now? Like, nigga, what you want me to do? Nigga, when I'm talking to you, do you want me to do the pose? And y'all, I'm sorry if I'm so hyped, but like, as I'm really listening to this story time, I should have cut him off a long time ago. I should have cut this boy off a long time. I'm about to become really strict with my boundaries with these men. I'm not about to let these little ugly, dusty ass men linger around for too long. Once I do, like, story times like this will happen. And for the people that's about to comment and be like, oh my God, Irene, you should have cut him off. I know y'all. And it just all goes to show, it all goes back to men who watch too much pornography. We're going to say pornography because y'all know how YouTube give it up. We're going to go back to men who watch too much pornography and who don't see women as real women, and also men who don't really get women like that. So they just are so used to looking at women online. This boy low-key tried to call me a catfish because I didn't do the pose that I do in my pictures in real life, y'all. Swore up and down that he wasn't trying to offend me, so we just moved on. But I always kept that in the back of my head because I felt like he was trying to be funny. Because if you guys remember, the first thing he said before he said what he said was, I don't know if I'm gonna hurt your feelings or something. Do you want to hear the truth? So y'all, he was trying to humble me. He was trying to humble me, but I got him together. So he backtracked, backpedaled and everything. So we're talking about different stuff. Mind you, I'm still low-key irritated by what he did. But I'm like, whatever. So we talking about different stuff in the car. And he asked me a question and I do the pose that I guess he was looking for accidentally. And he's like, bro, that's the pose. That's the pose. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get what you're saying. You're asking me, okay, you could have just said that. And I told him that. I said, you should have just said that, or you shouldn't have even said it at all. Like, I don't even know why we even talked about that. Like, I don't know why you brought that up. Like, you literally, this is your second day meeting me in person. Now, if you have been dating me for a year and you've taken my pictures and you've seen how I pose and you don't see that pose, that still shouldn't even be a conversation. But if you thinking like, dang, what happened to that pose that she has on Instagram, then okay, cool. But this is your second day meeting me. Why are you already judging me because you didn't y'all. I'm just looking at him. Mind you, he's trying to argue with me. He's like, no, like, you took it the wrong way. No, you tried to humble me, my guy. You tried to humble me. Like, let's just call it what it is. We continue talking about something else, and he asked me, am I talking to different guys? I tell him straight up, like, y'all know me, I don't really lie like that. So I told him, I'm like, yeah, like, I'm talking to different guys. Like, you know, different guys are trying to talk to me. Like, you're not the only one that's trying to talk to me. I'm the only girl he's talking to right now. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I don't care. Like, even if he was talking to other girls, I don't care. Me and you just met. Like, we just met. Okay, so if you're talking to other girls, like, I don't care. So I let him know I am talking to other guys, you know, A, B, C, D. Let's fast forward. So throughout the week, y'all, this boy keeps bringing up the other guys. That just goes back to what I said in the beginning of the story time. This boy's insecure as hell. Like, he's mad insecure. Like, there will be times where he will call me and I wouldn't answer, and I will call him back later on, and he will say stuff like, oh, you was talking to your other nigga, you was talking to your other guy, that's why you didn't respond back to me, this and that. I don't know, like, stuff like that turns me off. Like, stuff like that, like, it's a ick, especially when we just started talking. Like, me, I'm still trying to figure out, like, I'm still trying to figure you out, you know what I mean? I'm too busy worried about the next guy. For what? I don't know. You asked me the other day, was I talking to other guys, and I was honest with you. I didn't lie and say, no, I'm not talking to other guys. So you know that I'm talking to other guys. So we shouldn't be discussing that. Like, it shouldn't be up for discussion. You shouldn't constantly be questioning me about the guys I'm talking to. It's like so much insecurity within this man that is not even funny. One day we're on the phone, and I don't know how we got on this topic, but he's one of those guys who you could tell watch podcasts. Just tell. He's one of those guys that watch podcasts. He might not actually watch the YouTube videos, but you could tell that his algorithm on like TikTok or on like Instagram is men who talk about women and talk about like, you know, stupid discussions. Like, mind y'all, oh, I forgot to add, Perry the platypus is Nigerian. He's a Nigerian boy. So he's one of those guys who talk about, like, who watch videos on topics about like women and, you know, 50-50 and who, if she cheats, what happens. Like, he's one of those, and he's also one of those guys that wants to discuss those type of topics on the phone. I don't really care to always discuss those type of topics on the phone. I don't care to always discuss those type of hypothetical topics on the phone, where he will ask me stuff like, what would you do if your guy did this? What would you do if your guy did that? Or how would you feel if he did this or this and that? Like, just stupid topics that I don't really care to discuss. But I would still engage with him because we're on the phone, you know. But there would be times where I would tell him, I don't want to talk about that, because I just don't always want to talk about hypotheticals. Like, I don't always want to talk about hypotheticals. Now, let me pause this story here. There were times that Perry got on the phone and the vibes were cool. Not gonna make it seem like every single time that we got on the phone it was bad vibes. There were times that Perry got on the phone and the vibes were pretty cool. Pretty good conversation. He probably say something, I say something, we talk shit, we laugh, we get off the phone. But he was one of those people that when I would get irritated with him, he would calm down. He would go all the way down, and then he will apologize and we'll talk about something new. So he's one of them. Like, he's one of those guys that can bring you up and bring you back down. But y'all don't want to talk to anybody who can bring you up. You want to talk to a guy who knows how to keep you down and to keep you sane. You don't want to talk to a guy that does stuff to get you irritated, and then when you get irritated he stops. Like, no, like, you know what I mean? So in the beginning when he was doing that, I didn't really, I seen it as a red flag, but because he will stop when I would say stop, I kind of was like, okay, at least he knows, and he will apologize. That's one thing about Perry. Perry apologizes. He'll be like, I'm sorry, like, I didn't mean it like that, like, I'm so sorry, and then he'll like change the subject. So it kind of will make me forget about like what he did in a sense, right? They'll rather just stop talking to you than to say sorry for real. Y'all already know how these men be giving it up. Another thing that Perry used to do a lot on the phone is that he will always tell me how he's an ignorant person. And I'm talking about from the first day that we met. He will always say, I'm very ignorant. I'm very ignorant. Like, he used to say that all the time. And I used to be like, why do you keep calling yourself ignorant? And he was telling me like, no, Irene, like, I'm an ignorant person. You know, some people say they don't want to be around me because they think I'm ignorant. But he said, I mean, I've been called ignorant. He said, but I don't think I'm an ignorant person. I just, you know, I'm very blunt and I just tell it like it is. And I think people can't handle the truth. Stay away from people who think they telling it as it is. Bitch, you not telling me shit. Bitch, you don't know nothing. Okay? That's first of all. Stay clear from people who think they telling it as it is. A lot of those people who think they're just an honest person are really people who are just insecure and they self-project. And I was beginning to see a little bit of ignorance pop out with him, i.e. Perry's homophobic, y'all. I remember one time he called me and we're on the phone and he's like, hey, like I have a very big fear. And I'm like, what's the fear? Yeah, I'm thinking that he's gonna tell me something real. Like I'm thinking that he's gonna say something like, I don't know, like an actual fear. Or I just have a fear that I'm talking to a girl and then I find out later on that she's a man. Nigga, that's not a fear, in my honest opinion. Bitch, when you told me you had a fear, bitch, I thought you was finna tell me some type of fear factor shit. Not no lousy ass, childish ass story like this. I don't like speaking to men that are homophobic. I know somebody about to be like, that's not homophobia. A lot of dudes be tricking niggas and and all that stuff. No, y'all, that is homophobia, because why is that a fear? Because I asked him, I said, have that ever happened to you? He's like, I mean, no, that's never happened to me, but I don't know. Like, I just have that fear. Like, I just feel like, you know, a lot of these gay N-words be tricking all these men. They be making it seem like they woman and they not woman. This and that. And I can't stand gay people and da-da-da and this and that. And I'm just, y'all, he is just going in talking about how he don't like gay people. Keep that shit over there. Don't bring that shit around him. I'm looking at him like, Perry, I think none of them gay niggas want you. I'm not even trying to hold, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. I don't think none of them gay niggas want you, because bitch, I barely wanted you when I first saw you. But I just let it pass. So don't get to, like, I just hate when, I hate when people that are not that attractive start like feeling themselves. Like to the point where they're talking mess about the next person. And they're like, I don't know how to describe it, y'all, but it just was so, like, the way he was talking like he was attractive. Like, he was talking like he was like that boy. You don't have to be homophobic. If a gay guy tries to hit on you, politely tell the guy, I don't swing that way, and keep it pushing. What are the odds and the chances of somebody talking to you and they were really born a boy, but they acted like they were a girl? And then he said something like, and then when I get her in the bedroom, I find out that she's a man. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you just being ignorant, in my honest opinion. You're over here talking about gay people, talking about how they need to keep that stuff over there and all that. And you have failed to ask me, have I been with a woman before? You have failed to ask me, how do I feel about, you know, gay and bisexual men and women. You haven't asked me my views, my political views, or nothing. You don't know if the girl that you're talking to have been with women before, or if she finds women attractive or anything like that. But you're just talking. You know what I mean? Like, you're just talking. And I'm really just looking at you like, this is mad weird. Y'all gonna laugh. One day I called him. I pranked his ass. And I told him that I was born a boy. Y'all, this boy looked like he was finna cry. He starts asking me a whole bunch of questions like, when did you transition? And I'm keeping the prank up for long because I want him to feel it. What did Young Thug say? I'm a megla mama, feel it. Bitch, you want to be homophobic? Nah, on my watch. Bitch, I'm about to show you how to be homophobic. So I was telling this boy I was born a boy, okay? Bitch, I was telling this boy and bitch, I'm not saying burn a boy like the singer, bitch. I'm telling this nigga I was born a boy, okay? This boy is freaking out. He keeps hanging up the phone, y'all. I'm calling him back like, it's like, I'm really just pranking him. So at the ending of me pranking him, I end up telling him like, you know, I was lying. Y'all, I pranked this boy good. Like, he really believed it. He was like, send me baby pictures. I sent him baby pictures of my boy cousin. And all my friends say me and my boy cousin look just alike. Like, my boy cousin, he has big ass eyes like me. So, bitch, I went and sent him my boy cousin and he thought that that was me. Y'all, he was freaking out. I thought the shit was funny because you're not gonna be homophobic around here, partner. Not around here. So, after I got done pranking him, of course he's mad. And I know some people about to be like, don't do that, Irene, for your safety. I know, y'all. I know. I had to get him. I'm sorry. I had to get him. So I had to get him, y'all. I had to get him. Bro, this story time is childish. He ended up calming down. We were laughing about it. And I asked him the other day, like a couple of days after the situation, I'm like, how did you feel about me pranking you? You know, as a joke. He's like, I didn't find that funny. I don't like gay people. I think that anybody that is gay has a mental illness. Anybody that is gay is mentally ill. Anybody that is trying to transition is mentally ill and they need to go talk to God about it. He's just going off on a tangent about how he don't like gay people. And I told him, I said, you know, the people who be homophobic be the ones that be gay on the low. Y'all, he got mad. I'm like, yeah, baby, you gay. You DL, you intrigued, you something. Because you got gay people name in your mouth all the damn time. You always talking about somebody gay and this and that. Like, shut up. If you don't agree with the lifestyle, that is cool, but you don't have to talk about how if you gay, you mentally ill and all this stuff. Like, you don't have to do all that. And he was trying to like include God in it. And I'm just like, bro, like, okay, if you want to include biblical terms in it, being gay to God is just a sin. Being a homosexual is just a sin. So if you want to sit around and say that if you are gay, that you're mentally ill, then if you steal, you mentally ill. If you lie, you mentally ill. If you kill, you mentally ill. If you are quick to anger, you are mentally ill. If that's what we're talking about it from a biblical standpoint. Leave gay people alone, nigga. They not worried about you and they don't want you trust. So I just was like, ugh, can we talk about something else? Y'all, like, I'm like, can we talk about something else? So we got off the topic, but you could tell he was mad that I called him gay. Because I was like, you got to be gay if you doing all this. You got to be. Another thing that I noticed about Perry is that he was trying so hard to get me to come over to his apartment. And I'm like, no, like, I'm not comfortable with you, first of all. Second of all, like, I just don't, I haven't felt the click yet. Like, I haven't felt the click to where I feel like I'm comfortable enough to go to your apartment. Like, I haven't felt it yet. And y'all know me, like, if I don't feel it, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I'm not just gonna go to people's places just to go. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to get to know you. I'm still trying to get to know how you operate and stuff like that. Eventually, I'll come to your place. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with going to his place. But, like, literally, y'all, we were only talking for, like, 2 weeks. And he was making it seem like I was taking forever to come to his place. I'm like, we haven't even went on like more than 3 dates and you're worried about me coming over for what? Like, at least let us go on this next date, then I'll probably come over afterwards. But what Perry don't understand is that a lot of the reasons that I never really came to his house is because he's so destructive and counterproductive. And I don't want to go to this boy's house and we get into an argument. You know what I mean? Because the way me and Perry's dynamics were is that like me and him could be having a good ass conversation, vibing, we laughing, we talking on the phone and everything. And then he will say something so ignorant that will like change the whole conversation and it will just be bickering. Like we'll be arguing back and forth about what he said. At the very end, he will apologize for what he said and then we'll go, but I don't want to be in your space arguing with you. I still don't know you like that. I don't know what you're capable of and I don't feel comfortable with you yet because me and you argue way too much. I never told him that, but I just told him like, I'm not ready yet. Like, I'm not ready. So if you guys know, then you guys know, like I said in the beginning of the story time, Perry did not know I was a YouTuber. He didn't know I was a YouTuber, but eventually I told him because he just will ask me dumb ass questions, y'all. Like I said before, he's very insecure. He will ask me stuff like, how were you able to afford these trips? I remember he got in my car. The first time he got in my car, he was like, oh my God, your car is nice. Cause he has the same model. He has the same like make of my car, make and model, but his car is young. His car is older than mine. Y'all know my car is a 2023. He has like I think like a 2015 or like a 2016 of my car. So he's like, oh, like this car is nice and stuff. And he's like, how are you able to afford the car note every month? And I'm just like, why do you care? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like those type of questions to ask a girl, it's just like, why do you care? Like, you don't need to be asking somebody, how were you able to afford this car? Like, you don't need to ask. And then he was asking me stuff like, do you have sugar daddies? Like, do they pay for your trips? And how are you able to afford to go to South Africa? Like, he will ask me all these weird questions. And I'm like, why are you worried about it? Like, I will always tell them, I'm like, why are you worried about how I'm able to afford stuff? Just know that I'm able to afford it. Like, you shouldn't be worried about it, you know? So eventually I told him that I was a YouTuber, and he's like, as a matter of fact, I didn't even tell him that I was a YouTuber. I think he guessed it one day. I don't know how we got on that topic, but he said something like, you must be a content creator. He said something like that, and I was like, I am. And he was like, oh my God, for real? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what's your YouTube? So I told him, I said, hey, like, I don't feel comfortable, like, you know, giving out, like, my YouTube channel. Like, I mean, if the boy finds it, he finds it. But I told him, like, I don't feel comfortable giving out. I really want to get into full details, but I've had issues with guys in the past that I have talked to that have my YouTube channel. They do certain things that I don't like. So I'm not really comfortable with my, like, you know, giving out my YouTube channel. It says, I'm gonna go find it. I don't care. I'm not giving no more ugly niggas a chance. Bitch, this not one more chance. You don't get shit around here. Because this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Like, this is the stuff that irritates me. That makes me just want to call you ugly. So I'm like, bro, I'm just looking like, the girl you're talking to just told you that she's not comfortable with giving out her YouTube channel because of XYZ. And you say, I don't care, I'm gonna go find it. It's like you play too much. You know what I mean? And you too old for that. Like, you too old to be playing like that 24/7. He goes, he finds the YouTube channel. Like, he's like, oh my God, like, you do story times? And he's like laughing and stuff and just being childish. And I'm like, hey, I don't want to talk about it. Like, because he starts asking me questions, and I'm like, hey, I said I don't want to talk about it. Like, I'm not comfortable. He's still trying to ask me questions. I said I don't want to talk about it. So he's like, all right, I won't talk about it. And I told him too, I said, please don't watch me. And he's like, I'm gonna watch you. Like, he's laughing and stuff. He's like, I'm gonna watch you. Y'all, I just had this conversation with another guy that I am talking to at the moment. And he asked me about my channel, and I told the other guy up front that that I have a YouTube channel, because the way me and that guy met was so different, y'all. Oh my God, me and him met like so differently. Like, me and him met so different. It's so weird how me and that boy met. So let's just say he kind of knew what I was doing because he was near me when I met him when I was editing videos, if you get what I mean. But the boy ended up asking me for my YouTube channel, and I told him, like, hey, I'm not comfortable because of XYZ. Gave him the same spiel that I gave this boy Perry. The boy literally said, that's completely fine. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. When you are ready to share it with me, share it with me. I'm always here to support you. Maturity. Maturity. Not, let me go find it, like a little kid. So one day, and mind y'all, this all happened in a 3 weeks time span. I know y'all about to be like, Irene, you was still, y'all, I know. We're on the phone, and like I told y'all before, he likes having these stupid conversations about just stupid things. So we start talking about rating and stuff like that. He rated me at 8 out of 10. So y'all know me, I like to talk mess. If you guys watch my channel, y'all know I like to talk mess. So I said, the hell, I'm a 10. Like, you know, like on some, like, you know, me just being funny. Like, me just being funny. Like, I'm like, so y'all know me, I'm talking my mess. I'm like, in the eyes of the Lord, I'm a 10. And I started like quoting Bible scriptures, and I'm like, she's more precious than rubies. I'm laughing. I'm like, boy, he said I'm more precious than rubies. Like, I'm a 10. Like, you know, just on some funny shit, y'all. Honestly speaking, I feel like in the eyes of the Lord, all of us are 10s. You know what I mean? I know that the world has a whole different perception on what's an 8, what's a 9, and what's a 10. And in my honest opinion, there's nothing wrong with certain people being like, okay, this person is not a 10, he's a 5, he's a 2, he's a 3. And even if the boy Perry thinks that I'm an 8, cool. Like, but I'm talking about it from the eyes of God. Like, you know what I mean? And on top of that, I'm joking. You know what I'm saying? I know that everybody has different opinions on what they rate people, but like, I'm joking. I'm like, nah, I'm a 10. You know, like, y'all know how you have banter with a guy you're talking to. This is my thing. My thing is this. how I see it. If you're talking to a girl and you're trying to pursue her, you shouldn't try to humble a girl that you're trying to pursue. And that's how I always felt with Perry. You tried to low-key call me a catfish when you first met me because I wasn't doing a pose that I do in my pictures. You are now trying to say that I'm not a 10. When you really could have just, when I said, oh, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. You really could have just been like, period, my girl a 10. Even if you don't think that. But because you're trying to pursue me, you know what I mean? Like, you should want to hype your girl up and, you know, let her think like, yeah, you that girl. Like, you know, it's equivalent to when guys be like, I have the most prettiest girl in the world. No, your girlfriend is not the most prettiest girl in the world, but that's your girlfriend. You know what I mean? And you want to hype up your girl. He did not want to hype me up. It was like, you are not a 10. Nobody in this world is a 10. This isn't that. You are not perfect. A 10 is perfect. He's humbling me, y'all. Mind you, this boy's not even a 5. I'm looking like you're trying to humble me and you're trying to humble me and you're not all that. Like, you literally could have played into my stupidity and been like, period, you a 10. Like, on some funny shit, you know what I mean? You trying to humble me, why? Like, why are you trying to like humble me for what? Why are you trying to humble a girl that you're trying to talk to? He's like, so we start talking about parents and stuff like that, and he's like, who do you look more like, your mom or your dad? And I'm like, people tell me that I look more like my mom and people tell me I look like my dad, so it's a mixture of both. I get my mom a lot of people think that I look like my mom way more than my dad. I said, but I do have big eyes like my dad. Like, my eyes are very big like my dad. So he's like, oh, okay, like, show me a picture of them. I don't really have pictures of my dad, so I show him a picture of no, even before I sent him a picture of my mom, this boy is arguing with me saying, no, you look like your dad. Y'all, this boy hasn't seen a picture of nothing. He's like, you look like your dad. You don't look like your mom. And I told him, I said, I look like a mixture of both of them. Like, I look like both of them, but more people tell me I look like my mom. No, y'all, this boy's arguing. And I'm like, bro, and you wonder why I don't want to come to your house, because I don't want to argue with you in your house and you either kick me out or you start fighting with me or we get into a big argument. And like, I don't want to do that with you. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, why are you arguing with me about which parent I look like? Like, why are you arguing with me about that? And you haven't even seen neither of the parents. This week, I asked Perry for money. Mind you, when I first talked to Perry, I told him that I asked guys that I talk to for money. And we talked about the situation, and he told me that he doesn't mind giving girls that he's talking to money, but he said at some point in time he needs to know that like they're locked in and stuff like that. He doesn't mind giving like small amounts here and there, like $100 and stuff like that. But when it starts getting to like the 500s and the 600s and stuff, he needs to, you got to be his girl, or you need, which is cool. That's common sense. Like, I understand what he's saying, that that's his preference. That's cool, you know. But I told him at the same time that I do ask guys that I talk to for money. And he started asking me about my old guy, asking me did he used to give me money. And I'm like, yeah, like my old guy used to give me money. Like, that's what I'm used to. Like, you know, that's just what I'm used to. Like, I'm used to it. I know some people might not agree with it, but that's just what I'm used to. And I just had to let him know, because if you don't agree with it, let us just go about our business, because I'm not gonna waste your time and I don't want you to waste mine. Like, I don't want us to waste each other's time. I'm telling you what I'm used to, and I'm telling you what I will accept and what I won't. So this week I asked him for $120 for a wig. And so as we'll see, mind you, he's not in the city. Like, he's not in the city. He went to another city. So he's like, we'll see. So I made a joke with him and I'm like, my mom used to say, we'll see. And I said, we never saw. Because I don't know what you talking about, we'll see, nigga. I need to make sure I see. As you guys can see, we're doing this story time, so we never got to see. I told him, I'm like, nigga, my mom used to say, we'll see, when I was young. Yo, y'all remember when y'all aunties and shit used to give y'all money and the mom say, oh, let me hold it, and then you never saw that money again? That's equivalent to when a nigga tell you we'll see when you ask him for something. Like, you know, you need to come on with it. And he was like, asking me like, what do you need the money for? So I told him, I'm like, I need it for XYZ. He's like, okay. He's like, when are we going on our next date? And I'm like, we could go on our date, I think this week, like the ending of this week. So he's like, all right, do you want to wait till we go on our date for me to give you the money? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, I can wait. He's like, when do you want to buy the item? I'm like, I want to buy the item by the ending of this week or this weekend. He's like, okay, that's cool. Just let me know. Like, just let me know. I'm like, all right, bet. So the day comes, we end up not going on our date because me and him didn't talk for like a good 2 days. And we end up not going on our date. Yeah, we just end up not going. So as soon as he gets on the phone, y'all, he calls me. Now, this is where the story time really takes place. So the boy calls me. I'm tired, y'all, this day. Like, I'm mad tired. I just came back from the gym. I'm drained. But I answered the phone because I haven't spoken to this boy in like 2 days. So I'm like, let me answer the phone. Let me see what's going on. So I answer the phone and I'm like, hey. And he's like, hey, you haven't spoken to me in 2 days. Mind you, like, you're the guy. Like, if you want, like, you're trying to talk to me, you're trying to pursue me. Like, if you want to speak to me, you need to call me or you need to text me. This boy never texts and say good morning or nothing. He never texts me in the morning or anything like that since I've met him. He just randomly calls me throughout the day, like at least one time. He watches my story. He doesn't, like, he just doesn't really interact with me like that. So it's like, I'm not going to go out of my way to interact with you. Like, I'm not. And then I called this boy. Like, I still be calling him throughout the week. So it's like, if we miss 2 days not talking to each other, it's not my fault. It's not nobody's fault. Like, why are we blaming each other? You know, we just don't talk to each other. Like, it's not that deep, you know? So he's like, you haven't talked to me in 2 days. You was with your other guy, huh? I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like, so that already within itself made me mad. Because I'm like, ugh, like, I don't know how much I can deal with this. I think that day is when I start to realize I don't think I can deal with this guy no more. My brain started to really like click, like, yeah, me and this guy have good conversations. We have bad ones too. And it's way too early for us to be going back and forth like this, and he's too insecure for me. I just started to really think about long term, like if I was to really start talking to him, he's the type of guy that will always accuse you of doing something. Like, he's that type of guy. So he's like, yeah, I know you was with your other guy and da da da. And I'm like, bro, I said, can you please stop getting on this phone and talking about other men? You please stop. Can you stop getting on this phone and discussing other men? Can you stop? You asked me in the beginning of us talking, was I talking to other guys? And I told you I was. I was honest with you. I didn't lie. You don't always have to be accusing me of doing something that I already told you I'm doing. Nigga, I'm doing it. Like, whether you like it or not. Nigga, I'm doing it whether I like it or not. Something around the corner, you feel me? Like, what are we talking about? I'm single as a Pringle. I'm a date around. Like, what? Oh, I told him that. And he's like, I was just asking. So he's like, anyways, he goes into asking, I forgot what he asked me, but he's talking to me. I'm pretty tired. Like, I'm already kind of drained. And he's already starting to irritate me as is. Because you getting on the phone asking me about another man is crazy. Still letting him talk. And he's talking and I'm like, Like, I'm trying to see where he's going with the conversation. He keeps saying, hello, are you listening? I'm like, yeah, I'm listening, Perry. Like, I'm listening. So he's like, all right. And he's like, I was watching your YouTube. I told you the other day not to bring up my YouTube channel. That I don't feel comfortable because of XYZ. But you still decided to bring up my YouTube. And not only did you bring up my YouTube, you decided to let me know that you were watching my channel after I told you that I really don't feel comfortable with you watching my YouTube. Okay, cool. I didn't say nothing. I didn't argue with him. I just let him talk. So I'm like, all right. Because I'm waiting for him to say what he's trying to say. Because the way he said I was watching your YouTube channel the other day, you could kind of tell that, like, he wanted to say more. But, like, he just paused. So I'm waiting for him to continue talking. So I'm like, all right. He's like, did you hear me? I'm like, yes, I heard you. You said you were watching my YouTube channel. Here he come. I'm about to get off the phone. Like, I'm about to get off the phone because I'm just the type of nigga where, like, I can just tell that your energy is not there. Like, your energy is not there. And I just don't want to be on the phone with somebody who has low energy and I have high energy because I don't know if you have some type of attitude. I don't know what's going on with you, but I'm about to get off the phone. I'm looking at him like, bro, I told you when I got on the phone that I was tired. If I answered the phone, it's because in some way, shape, or form, I still wanted to speak to you because I haven't talked to you in 2 days. Just because my energy is low don't mean that I don't want to speak to you. My energy is just low. Not people's energy do not always have to be at the same level of yours. Maturing is realizing that we operate at 2 different frequencies, but we are still operating. You know what I mean? I don't have to have the same type of energy that you have just because you have that high energy. We still have to discuss when we're going on our date. We still haven't discussed that. So that's another reason why I answered the phone, because we're supposed to be going on our date this week. So what are we talking about here? Like, I'm actually confused. I'm telling him that. And then I'm also telling him, you getting on the phone, you talking to me about my YouTube after I told you I don't want to talk to you about my YouTube. So not only am I tired, you're irritating me already, because let's talk about something else. I'm like, let's talk about me and you going on our date. We still haven't decided where we're going. Like, you know, like, let's talk about something else. So he's like, okay, like, all right, okay, all right, that's cool. Where do you want to go on a date? Go on TikTok and figure it out. I feel like I picked the last 2 dates. You need to pick the next one. So I go on TikTok and I wanted to do something different. I didn't just want to go eat. So I started sending him like interactive dates where you could paint things, or you can like do like actual like museum, like paint things and stuff like that. The reason why I sent him the date is because he told me to look for dates. So he's like, y'all, before we continue, I'm missing one thing. So after I got done explaining to him that I'm tired and he's irritated me by bringing up my YouTube channel, here he come. I was just playing. I didn't watch your YouTube channels. Those videos are like an hour long. Ain't nobody finna watch all that. I don't got time for that. I got better things to do. You're watching this, you're a f***ing weirdo. That's what you are. You talking about some, ain't nobody finna watch that, nigga. I know you see the views. Like, I know you see the views. Like, you could never, like, another episode of you trying to humble me. Another episode of you trying to humble me. Ain't nobody finna watch that. Those videos are 40 minutes to an hour long. I don't got time for that. I got better things to do. Then why'd you bring up my YouTube channel? So that just lets me know, like I stated before, that you brought up my YouTube channel to try to antagonize me, because I told you that I don't want you to talk about my channel, and you got on the phone and you tried to talk about it to antagonize me, because the fact that you didn't watch my channel but you wanted to bring it up means that you wanted to antagonize me. And I just know for a given fact that I'm about to be editing this video. I'm about to be editing the hell out of this video, because I've been cursing left, right, up, down, front, center. This video gonna get edited up, but I'm gonna get it out because this boy has me messed up. Like, it's too much, you know. It's too much throwing rocks and hiding hands, and I don't like it. So let's continue. So I send him the dates. He says that he doesn't want to go on those dates. They seem boring. He said those are dates for couples. I'm looking at him like all dates are for couples. Eating is for couples. The seafood date that we went on the other day, couples were there. One of my subscribers saw me and she ended up DMing me or whatnot and telling me that she was on a date with her nigga. So like, all these dates are for couples. Like, what are we talking about? Like I'm confused. Like, what are you talking about? So he's like, find something else, da-da-da, like, I don't like that one, da-da-da. So I'm like, all right. So I asked him, I'm like, hey, like, when am I gonna when are you giving me the money? I know you're back in town. Like, when are you gonna give me the money? Are you gonna give me the money when we go on our date? Or like, when are you gonna give me the money? He's like, oh, on the second note, I don't feel comfortable giving you that money. I mean, you haven't even like came to my place, haven't even cuddled with me or nothing like that with me. Like, so I don't even know why, like, you expect me to give you that type of money. Oh, mind you, this boy is always bringing up cuddling. I'm like, bro, like, are you lame? Are we in second grade? I don't know. I just find it cringe when guys say, you didn't cuddle with me. Like, are you too, nigga? Like, do you want me to coddle you and put you in the bassinet? What are you talking about? You didn't cuddle with me. Like, you get no hoes. You get no play when you start saying stuff like that, because guys who really get play in action, they don't say things like that. And so when he said that, like, y'all, I think that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, I was done with him. Like, when I say I was done with him, y'all, I was done, because mind you, this is not the first time this guy has made a comment about the fact that I haven't came to his place to cuddle with him. He said this so many times, and I keep telling him, like, Bro, why do you want me to cuddle with you so badly? Have you even asked me what's your love language? Like, what do you like to do? I don't even like cuddling. You know what I mean? I'm not even a cuddle girl. It don't even matter how much I like you. I'm not a cuddle type of girl at all. Like, at all. Like, I might lay on your chest for a good 2 minutes to let you know, bitch, I need to, make sure you still there. Make sure you have a good heart. Make sure that heart is beating properly. But bitch, that's about it. But after I listen to that chest and I hear that heartbeat 2 times, bitch, I know you alive. I sit up and I watch TV. You feel me? Like, I don't really like cuddling with guys. I'm just not like that. I'm not really like, I'm the type of person where, like, I don't get touchy-feely. And I'm a touchy-feely type of girl. I'm not so much like I'm on top of you and I'm cuddling type of girl. Because I get hot easily. And I don't know, like, what are we talking about? Like, what are you talking about you haven't cuddled with me? Like, what are we talking about? So I was just done, y'all. Like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, this boy's never hearing from me again. So he's like, we start arguing like how we always do. But at this point, y'all, I'm done. Like, I knew I was done this day. This day, I said, I can't. And it wasn't even just about the money. It was about, like, we argue way too much. Like, we're always arguing, Mind y'all, let me say this before I continue the story. I've tried to cut this boy off several times, but he begs and he pleads. He has begged and pleaded for me not to cut him off. I tried to. I'm on the phone say, hey, we're not compatible. Let's leave it alone before it gets out of hand. And he begs. But next time, y'all, with any other guy like this, I'm putting my foot down and I'm not letting them beg. Because if I would have just cut him off like how I wanted to in the beginning, we wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? But he's saying all this and me and him are going back and forth about it. And I'm like, okay, well, I told him straight up, I'm like, so you're going back on your word, and I don't really talk to guys who go back on their word. You told me that you would give me the money by such and such day. Here he come. I told you we'll see. Bro, no, you said we'll see, and then you turned around and asked me, how much do you need? What do you need it for? Do you think you can wait till we go on our date? Okay, let me know. Okay, like, you made it, you implied like you were gonna give me the money. That's how you implied. You implied like you were gonna give me the money. So just tell the truth and say you changed your mind. But don't make it seem like you were never gonna give me the money, because the purpose of you saying we'll see was from me saying my mom used to say we'll see and we never saw it. And then you turned around and you said, I'm not your mother. Then you proceeded to ask me details about the money, about how much I need. What do I need the money from? When am I going to buy the wig? And all these different type of questions, meaning that you were implying that you were going to give the money to me. So tell the truth and just say you changed your mind because you haven't got no coochie. And you not gonna get no coochie, not out of me, because you have not, you do too much. You argue way too much. You try so much to humble me. Like, you're not getting no pussy no time soon, trust. And now you're going back on your word. You're definitely not getting nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not getting shit. You're giving me the ick. I'm sorry. So me and him argued on the phone, and I told him, I said, if you feel like you're not gonna give me the money because you don't feel comfortable giving me the money because I'm not your girl, that's fine. But I have my boundaries and you have yours. I told him, I said, we can agree to disagree. I told you at the very beginning when I talked to you that the guys I talk to, I like for them to give me money, for miscellaneous items that I need. And you knew that. You don't want to give me money, that's fine. I'm not mad at you, but I'm done. And y'all, honestly speaking, I was happy that he didn't agree to give me the money, because it just made it easier for me to leave him alone, because like I said, we argue way too much. Like, I feel like me and this boy argue too much. Like, even outside of the money, I feel like we argue way too much. So it was easy for me to be like, good, okay, let us just end on this note. Want to give me the money? I feel like you went back on your word. Let's just leave each other alone. Like, let's just dead it, right? So he agrees, and I end up getting off the phone. I tell myself I'm not gonna talk to him, no more. He doesn't have to talk to me anymore. It's no bad blood. I'm not going to unfollow him or anything. We're just going to go back to being mutuals. Like, it's just no bad blood, but, I'm just over it. I feel like it's been 3 weeks with you and it's been nothing but arguments and debates about stuff that we don't need to be debating about. So, let it just rock. So this is why we're here today, y'all. Because I wasn't going to tell this story time. I really wasn't. I just wasn't going to tell this story time. This is why we're here today. I'm in my room and I'm on Instagram and I get a DM from him. I'm like, why is he sending me reels? Mind you, when he was talking to me, he used to send me reels. But like the reels that he would send me, it's like, you know, funny things, like reels that were relatable to the stuff me and him would talk about. Why do I open up the reels and this is what he sends me?
What you rate yourself from 1 to 10?
I'm a whole 11.
You above the scale?
Hell yeah.
What about in the real world? I don't care about
nobody else. In the real world, I'm a 10.
You know a 10 means perfect.
I'm perfect.
So there's nothing that you can change as far as your looks.
I got nice eyes. They real. This body is real. That's a problem.
Okay.
And I'm soft. I'm a 10. You look good. You look good. So I'm telling you, I'm a 10.
So people are telling you that you look good. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Those people, they was lying to you.
Ooh,
they was lying to you. They was lying to you. So the thing is, when you get all of this free attention from males that say, oh, baby, yeah, you look good. You ain't got to change nothing. They're lying to you because they want to sleep with you. I don't have those intentions, so I'm being honest with you. So I can tell you that you are not a 10. You're not anything close to that. And you have many things that you need to work on and change from the outside. For sure, for sure, for sure.
Hey y'all, for $120 you can spend the night with me. All you gotta do is DM me and respond to this message and DM me and let me know what date and what time, and we can talk date and times and you can spend the night with me. Let's get it cracking.
Now, before I continue this story, and for the people who don't comment on my videos, for the people who just watch and keep it pushing, if you can, I want you guys to let me know, was he not trying to be childish or was he just sending me reels? The amount that I asked him for was $120. Mind y'all, might I add, me and him hadn't talked all day today. Like, we haven't spoken to each other. He hasn't texted me. I haven't texted him. But this is what he sends me. So I call him because I'm like, bro, I know I'm not tripping. I know I'm not tripping. So I call him. He answers. He's like, hello. And I'm like, are you trying to be funny? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, those reels that you sent me, like, are you trying to be funny? He's like, how am I trying to be funny? I'm like, you're trying to be funny, huh? Like, because at this point, I'm finna tell a story time on you. Because, nigga, if you want to be funny, we can be hilarious. So he's like, I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know what you're talking about. I said, you sending me messages of a girl that is selling cat on the internet asking for 120. Like, you trying to be funny. Like, I feel like you trying to play with me or what? He's like, look, if you got an issue with me, then you got to take that up with God. I was just sending you regular reels that I seen on the internet. I was just trying to show you, like, oh, look at the lady, like, she looks distraught. That's all. Like, I wasn't trying to say nothing about you asking for $120. I said, okay, and what about this with the whole guy saying that you're not a 10 and all that? That wasn't for me either. He's like, I mean, I'm not saying it was for you, but you know, it just kind of went with the conversation that we were having the other day about. I'm like, first of all, Perry, me and you are not cool no more. Like, we've established that you feel some type of way about something. I feel some type of way about something. We agreed to disagree and we both decided to leave each other alone. You are not cool. Me and you no longer talk anymore. Why are you sending me reels about discussions that we've had weeks ago? And it's like you're trying to humble me. And it's like I've noticed that about him. And it's like you're still, even within me and you not talking no more, you're still trying to humble me. And now you're really trying to humble me because I decided that I wasn't going to talk to you. One thing about Perry is Perry thinks he's smarter than everyone. That's one thing I've noticed about you. You are not smarter than me. Perry's the type of person to throw his rock and hide his hand. Perry's the type of person to do things under the table, and then when you call him out for what he did, he acts like he didn't do it. You were trying to be shady and you were trying to get a rise out of me. That was your agenda for tonight. Your agenda for tonight was to get a rise out of me because you've noticed that I'm not going to talk to you no more because you did not do what you were supposed to do as a man and keep your word. Instead for you to just let it rock Instead for you to just let it rock and let everybody go about their business and we go into the sunset and that's it and that's cool, you decide to send me reels to try to be funny, to antagonize me. And when I call you out for it, you try to put it all on me. Like, I don't know. I don't got no issue with you. You know, like, you trying to be shady. Like, and for what? I don't know. Like, why are you trying so hard to be shady? Like, I'm confused. So I'm like, hey, don't send me no more reels. He's like, oh, you don't got to worry about that. I'm not sending you no more reels. I would never send you reels again. There's this one girl that I used to, and he always likes bringing up all these girls that he used to talk to. I don't care, bro. I don't care. He said, there's this one girl that I used to talk to. She told me to never send her stuff again. I never sent it to her. Good. And I know she's happy that you're out of her life because I'm about to be happy. This nigga telling me that like I'm supposed to say, no, Perry the platypus, no. No. Thank God you follow directions, nigga. Don't ever send me any reels again because I don't want to see it. Especially if you sending me that bullshit. So he's talking. I'm like, bro, I don't really, in my head, I'm like, I don't care what you saying. Like, you was trying to be shady. Like, I don't care. Like, you was trying to be shady. Like, I don't care. We get off the phone. I'm like, so I go call my friend because I'm like, bro, let me see if I'm tripping. Was this nigga trying to be shady? Because I told him, I'm like, hey, I'm finna unfollow you. Like, I'm about to unfollow you because you getting out of hand now. He's like, I mean, another episode of him playing the victim. And no, not playing the victim. Another episode of him playing like he's so mature. Here he go. He says, I mean, if you want to unfollow me and do, you know, childish high school stuff, that's up to you. He said, you know, I'm grown. Like, I'm not in high school no more, you know. So if you want to unfollow me, you know, and do high school behavior and activities, that's cool. But wasn't what you just did high school activities and behavior? Oh, what you did wasn't shady, right? But what me choosing to remove myself from the equation is shady and high school activities. But what you just did wasn't shady, right? Huh, wrong. So I'm like, all right, bye. So I end up calling my friend and I tell my friend what happened. And I sent my friend the videos and my friend said, Irene, that nigga was being shady. Like, it's no ifs, ands, what, buts about it. He was being shady. Like, he was being shady. He was trying to shade you. He was trying to be funny. So I am mad, y'all. Because I'm like, bro. I'm like, I left you alone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why couldn't you just let it rock? I said, after doing further consideration, you were in fact trying to be shady. And then you acted like you weren't trying to get a rise out of me. So I will be unfollowing you because I cannot mess with no guy who thinks it's appropriate to try to humble me. Have a good night. Have a good life. Bye. So he tries to be petty back and says K. So I'll be petty back and I tell him, and I will make a story time about you. Hey, Perry. So he says, LOL. We start arguing and going back and forth. I was telling him, like, you need to grow up. He's like, I am grown. And I said, you were trying to humble me. This boy has the audacity to say that's what grown folks do. You're a child. You're a child. You're a child. You get no play. You don't get no hoes. Mind you, when I first met him, when we got on the phone, he kept saying, I just be so lonely in my apartment. Like, I'll be so lonely. Like, you know, I have the same routine. I just wake up. I go to work every day. Like, you know, I just be so bored and lonely. I see why. No woman wants to deal with you. First of all, you're not that attractive and you have a bad behavior. You're very ignorant, like what you said in the beginning. And I should have listened to him when he kept saying he was ignorant. You're not that attractive and you're ignorant as hell. And you like to argue. He tells me, you think because you fine? He said, you think because you fine with an ass that you all that? No, you not. Because I told him, I said, Perry, you could never humble me. I'm that girl. I told him that. This boy has the audacity to say, you think because you fine would have asked you all that? Nah. He said, personality is everything, girl. And I told him, I said, your personality is lackluster as hell. So I know you not talking. And another thing is, when I was talking to Perry the platypus in the beginning, he kept saying, oh my God, you remind me of my favorite ex. And I told him, stop comparing me to your exes. Like, Don't compare me to you. I don't like when guys do that. Like, I'm my own person. Because he is thinking of his ex so much, he thinks he knows me. And he keeps saying, like, I know you so well. Like, you're like my ex. And I'm like, bro, can you stop comparing me to your ex? And he's like, oh no, like, it's not me trying to be mean or nothing. Like, me and, like, that girl is mad cool. Like, I'm saying, like, you have so much personality. Like, you're so smart. Now all of a sudden, me and you not cool. I don't have personality. Then he said, I thought you did, but you don't no more. Nigga, shut the hell up, nigga. You just mad because I cut your ass off. And you mad that I stood on my boundaries. And for what? I don't know. You stood on your boundaries and you said that you're not going to give me no money. I stood on my boundaries and I got rid of your ass. I don't know whether you thought that I was going to beg you for the money. I don't know what you thought this was, but I was not going to do that, my guy. Like, it's just not that deep. You know what I mean? If you don't want to give me the money, that's cool, but I'm going to get out of Dodge. Like, I'm not going to be, and it's not even because you're not going to give me the money. It's because of the fact that you went back on your word, number one. And number two, we argue way too much. And look at, and this is the reason why I'm done with you. This is the reason why I don't want to be around you, because you couldn't even let this situation rock out. You couldn't even let me be. You knew deep down inside that me and you weren't going to talk no more. You knew. And even if you didn't know that me and you weren't going to talk no more, you at the very least could have hit me up and talk to me as an adult about the situation if you wanted to continue to talk to me. But instead, you decide to send me subliminals through reels trying to be funny. Then when I call you out on it, you try to make it look like I'm the problem and and I'm the one with the issue. No, nigga, you're weird. You're weird and I see through you like a clear cup, nigga. You're weird. Fuck. I'm on one with this story time. I tell you that. So I told him, so we're arguing, y'all. We're arguing. And he's talking about this YouTube video will probably be your most watched video. Don't get mad when your friends start asking who am I? Nigga, nobody asking for you. Nigga, if I show you on this channel, people will laugh at me. I'm trying to save your face, not for you, nigga, for me. People gonna be asking me, what was I doing with you? Nobody looking for you. I'm telling you that. And he said, I don't care. I don't want to see them either. I said, we know you don't. And then he said, good. I said, you're ignorant as hell. And I should have listened to you when you told me that you were. I said, you was the nigga that was mad that your friends was looking at me. You're insecure as hell with a bad attitude. So he says, LOL. I don't reply back. I'm like, bro, whatever. I don't care no more. I'm about to tell this YouTube video. Shit, at this point, y'all, like, I don't even care no more. Like, I'm like, whatever. I'm on the phone with my friends. My friends are like, nah, hell no. Like, you need to tell this story time about this boy. Like, this boy is sick. You know, I'm just, like, getting ready to tell the video on him. Tell me why I get on Instagram. Mind you, I didn't block him, y'all. I just unfollowed him everywhere. I unfollowed him. I removed him as a friend on Snapchat. Like, that was that. Like, I didn't block him or nothing like that on none of the apps. Y'all, why does he send me this? Mind you, this is an hour later, y'all. This is an hour after me and him got into our argument. Mind you, he's the one who messaged back last. He said LOL. I didn't reply to it. I left it alone. Bro, you're fucking obsessed with me. Like, you're obsessed with me. Like, you are so obsessed with me, and it's not even funny. I've been left you alone. Like, I've been left the situation alone. I've already put it in my head that I'm going to make a YouTube about you because you're disrespectful as hell. And you're very lucky that I haven't put your name up. You're very lucky. I don't think you understand how lucky you are. You keep trying me, I'm going to put your name up on my Instagram. I tell you that. So, he does that. He sends me that video. And at this point, y'all, I could not hold my tongue no more. Because when I was arguing with him in the text messages, I was low-key holding my tongue. Like, I was just saying stuff like, and I actually like you. Because I actually like the nigga. Not like in a sense of dating, but I actually like, even though the nigga used to irritate me, I actually remember I told y'all, we had good times on the phone. So it's like, I was trying to hold my tongue for him, but it's like, once he sent me that, I'm like, bro, I'm not holding my tongue for you no more. You're a loser. Like, I'm sorry. So I messaged him and I said, you're lame and you're ugly. Like, because you are. Like, nigga, you're ugly. And I said, please, leave me alone. He put laughing emojis. Then I had to let him know this. I said, nigga, this was never a relationship, nigga. This wasn't even a friendship, nigga. We enemies. This wasn't none of what you thought. Like, I don't even know why you sent me that reel, nigga. That don't pertain to us. Me and you have never been in a relationship. Like, what? Another thing is, even before we fell out, he used to stay sending me like relationship stuff. He used to be like, how I feel when my girlfriend, bro, I am not your girl. But when I send you TikToks of cute dates for us to go on, you let me know quickly. Oh, we're not a couple. Bro, just say you don't want to pay for the date, or just say that you're lousy or you're lazy. Just say that, but don't say, oh, those are for couples and we're not couples. But you stay sending me reels and stuff about couples and shit. So then he said, be calming down, no. You know he's African, so he's trying to be funny. Why are you sending me a reel saying and then tell me calm down? Like, stop messaging me. You're weird. So I said, you're ugly, bro. Please stop. On the inside and the out. I'm childish. And then I said, please leave me alone. He says, I'm not holding you. Lame. Childish. So I said, you're a child. And I blocked him. I guess that's the time a guy tried to humble me, y'all. I don't know what type of spirit I have, but it's like I just have a spirit where men just feel the need to try to humble me. I don't know why, y'all. I don't know why, but men try so hard to humble me. I'm like such a cool person. I'm like a cool person. Like, I like to joke and talk shit, but I just don't like being around men who want to humble me. Like, why are you trying so hardly to humble me? You could coexist without trying to humble me. Yeah, y'all, that's the story time, and it's also a lesson. And I'm not giving, like I said before, and y'all gonna laugh, but I'm gonna say it again. I am not giving no more guys a chance that is not my type. If he is not my type, I'm not talking to him, because it hits worse when the guy is not your type and he has you messed up, rather than when the guy is your type. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing that at all no more. If I don't find you attractive, I'm not talking to you. I feel like I wasted like so much time and stuff like that, but that's a story time or whatnot. Stay away from men who try to humble you. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this story time in the comment section down below. So this story time was long. Y'all don't care. Mind you, when he was saying your videos are an hour long, I said, yeah, it's for the girls. And I know some guys watch it, because I know somebody had commented on my video and was like, Irene, not only girls watch you, stop only talking to girls. I'm like, yeah, like, guys watch my videos too, but you know, majority of the people who watch my videos are girls. And so when he was saying stuff like, your videos are an hour long, I'm not gonna sit through all that, I had to tell him, yeah, because it's for the girls. Like, and for the guys who watch me and know I'm cool, like, you're a loser. Of course you're not gonna watch it. But you'll watch this, nigga. I know you still here. Hi, what's up? I don't even know what else to say. Bye, y'all. Bye.